this person has something to offer in the overarching conversation of abortion. Somebody had done or left a comment that said something to the effect of basically talking about a baby and a fetus and a fetus and a baby, and why do we call it a fetus when it's a baby? And I said we call it a fetus because it's a fetus. And this person says, definition of fetus: human or other mammal offspring. Well, that's part of the definition of fetus, but you conveniently left out some stuff from that definition. So let's take a look at the actual full definition of fetus. Fetus: an offspring of a human or other mammal in the stages of prenatal development that follow the embryo stage. In humans, taken as beginning 8 weeks after conception. So you left out that part about it being in a developmental stage, right? And when somebody pointed this out to you, when somebody said fetus is a stage in development from 9 weeks until birth, at which point it becomes a baby, the baby stage is from birth to 12 months, you said, cool. I gave the definition in my post. It was a rhetorical question, LOL. You didn't give the definition. You gave part of the definition. You left out how it was an offspring of a human or other mammal that's in the development stages, which is what makes it a fetus, the developmental part, right? I mean, I have plants growing in my garden right now. I have cucumbers and jalapenos and potatoes and bell peppers and cabbage and cauliflower and broccoli and peas and tomatoes and catnip and all kinds of various herbs and zucchinis. We got all of these plants growing out there. You know what they aren't? They aren't zucchinis and bell peppers and tomatoes or anything yet. They're in the developmental stages. So those little buds that are on my bell pepper plants right now, those aren't bell peppers. They will be a bell pepper if left undisturbed, but they aren't bell peppers. It's a flower. It's a developmental stage of a bell pepper. And that's what you guys conveniently leave out, the whole developmental stage. That's why it's called a fetus and not a baby, because it's developing towards being a baby. We get it all the time with you guys. Whenever it comes down to verbiage, you guys typically, and I'm assuming you guys, I'm assuming you're part of the far right. I don't know, maybe you're not, maybe you're just trolling. But much like you guys do with the Bible, you take the parts that you like and you leave the parts that don't fit the narrative, right? So you read that definition. You read how it was the developmental stage of an offspring of a human or other mammal, and you left off the parts that didn't fit the narrative. Well, no, it's the offspring of a human or a mammal. Therefore, it's a baby. No, it's not. It's a fetus.